Today I have two wigs and one review. You guys remember that Surge commercial. Anyway, I have main concept Myra in the color 44 and the color 2. So let's get this on. As you can see, there's only a little bit of lace in the front. Because this is a lace part, there's not going to be much room for plucking on this unit. Let me show you the cap construction. It has 2 combs in the front. There's no comb in the back, just adjustable straps and an elastic band. It's nice and curly. So we're going to decide what we're going to do with this, whether we're going to take these curls out or keep them in, and whether we're going to keep them in both wigs or just one. I'm going to spray water on the front. I'm going to brush it back. And like I said, there's not much lace here at all. I'm going to brush it back in just these 2 little spots where there's lace, which is right there. Then I'm going to pluck it. This is not easy because of the fact that there's not much lace here. So I'm just going to take my time and pull out the hairs. You can probably use a pin to hold the lace down, this little piece, but I'm just going to hold it. And I'm going to do this for both units. I'm really beginning to feel that pre-cut lace is definitely not my thing. Trying to pluck a unit with pre-cut lace is almost impossible for me. I even put my glasses on and tried to do this. The other method that I usually use when I'm like trying to pluck is to just pull some of this down and then pluck it this way, which I can do to thin out the back. But as far as that line, it's hard to get that line out of here when you've got to hold on to this really, really tiny piece of lace. So if you guys are fine with using wearing a unit that's not plucked, that's great. But I'm just letting you know, I'm testifying that pre-cut lace is not for me. So I'm going to try to pluck this one as well as the other one in the front with this little bit of lace here, and then I'll just get back with you guys. All right, I'm going to put this unit on my head. I'm not even going to put a cap on right now since I have really, really short hair. As you can see, I really couldn't do much with the front. I just really couldn't do much with the front. But I think what I'm going to do with this gray one is I think I'm going to brush out these curls because I had to flatten it with the flat iron on the sides. And I don't think that that really bodes well with all of these curls. So with the other one, if I don't flatten it out, I'll probably keep the curls. But this one, I'm just going to proceed to just brush them out. This wig reminds me of Star. And if you don't remember that unit, I'll put it up at the top so that you can watch it after you watch this. I really loved that wig. And since you're kind of forced to just have a side part, there's not a lot that you can do with it. I'm thinking that maybe I can do something with this on the side. But yeah, this is a tough unit. I think it looks cute like this, but I still feel like this up here, there's something that needs to be done here. And since it's not a human hair unit, if I do something with it up here, it would have to be with hot rollers because my flat iron is not going to, my curling iron or my flat iron is not going to do anything but make it flatter. So, I think it looks cute like this. I think it looks cute like this. And I will put both of them on at the end so that you can see what they look like as far as the final result. Okay? All right. Let's move on to the next one. I have decided that for this particular unit, this number 2, I'm going to keep these baby hairs. I'm just going to thin them out. And you guys know I'm not a fan of baby hairs, but I'm going to need these because of the fact that, as I said, this thing is very difficult to pluck. And if I don't want it to look totally unnatural, I'm going to have to do that. But I'm not going to do them as baby hairs. I'm going to swoop them into the hair. So first I'm going to thin them out a little bit so that they look a little bit more natural than they would if they were just regular baby hair. And the key to these is that the less hair you have, the better. Because believe it or not, it actually gets thicker as you put the gel on it to swoop them. So you really don't need them to be thick. You need them to be pretty thin, because once they come together, they're going to look thick. So it's almost like having a very sparse amount of baby hair to work with, because the thinner it is, the better off you're going to be in terms of swooping it over. Because even though it looks thin, once it comes together, it's thick, okay? So that's basically why I'm plucking out as much of this as I can. I'm going to keep them, but the ones that look like they're really close together are going to come out. That's a lesson that I had to learn about baby hair. Okay, so now I am going to, I put my face on. I'm going to put baby hairs, or the swoops as I mentioned before, on this particular unit, and then I'm just going to brush it out. And again, I'm not putting a cap on because my hair is so short. So I'm just going to use some of this glue. It's got to be glue. Hope you guys can see me. I'm going to use this got to be glue. And first I got to go find them again because I think I lost them. So some of them are going to go this way and some of them are going to go this way. So I'm going to take this and hold some of these back. See how they show up really well now? They show up really well because that's on them. So these I'm going to just try and swoop up this way. And I may have to cut these. But I'm just going to swoop them up. Yeah, I think I got some extras in here that weren't in here before. So I'm going to cut that off. And I'm just going to swoop this up here into the hair. And like you guys know, I'm not a fan of these things. But because of the fact that I can't really do anything with this lace, I'm going to try to swoop these in a manner that allows me to make it look decent. And see, they're still thick. Even though I made them really thin, they're still thick. And that's why I was telling you that you need to cut them short when you do use them. So I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm just going to leave that alone because that's a disappointment for me. But those of you who like baby hairs, this will work fine for you. The alternative would be for you to bring out your own edges if you have the same color as the wig and brush them over like I used to do when my hair was longer. So that might be a better alternative. And with this particular unit, I was thinking that I was just going to try and keep these curls in here, just kind of finger them, as opposed to the other one that I actually brushed out. And I'm also going to use my hot comb on the top. So let me just do that real quick. I'm going to spray some of this. You guys know my spray. And spray it on the front. And then I use my brush to kind of brush it in a little bit before I put the hot comb on here because I don't want to burn it. So I'm going to try and go on the outsides with this. Not a lot, just a little bit. As the other one, I think I went a little too far. I'm going to put some powder in the part. And with this not being a gray wig, the powder in the part is really not a bad thing. It actually makes it look better. And as you guys know, I usually try to just kind of push it out a little bit. So I'm going to pull this out just a little bit more in the back. And then I'm going to turn around so you can see what it looks like in the back. Okay? Yeah. So this is what it looks like in the back. Okay. Yeah. This is MyMatureStyle HD in the color 2. And she comes in a 1B, a 2, a 44, a 3T51, which is a gray, latte, and I'm not really sure what color that is, F2730, and SB4 butternut. Okay, and on the back you can see some of the colors on the back. Yeah, I think she's a pretty unit. I really wish that she was more of a 13 by something, because I think if she was a 13 by something, that I would be able to do more with her, but I still think she's pretty. I like her in this too. I also like her in the gray, but as I said, with the two, I didn't want to pull too much of the curls out. I kind of wanted it to stay the way it is. So you guys tell me what you think about this one. I think she's cute. Again, this is the HD Mature Slay in the color 44. And you guys can tell me what you think about her. I want to thank Main Concept for sponsoring this video. And if you liked it, watch these reviews. And I'll see you on the flip side.